Uh-oh. Oh, I started already. Oh boy, I'm actually sitting here at the trail. Let me sit down for a second. I was gonna sit on the trail. Let me turn the camera on so you can see. I was gonna actually turn the camera around. I mean, sit on one of the benches right here, but people are actually walking through the trail, and I didn't wanna, cause I stopped. I stopped walking. Cause I stopped. I didn't wanna disturb them from doing their little walk, right? But I want to come on here and share for a little bit. Hope I got the camera right. I haven't done a pass by, but I haven't actually sat and done I do lives, but I haven't actually done a video like this in a while. So where I would pre-record it, I usually do lives or whatever. But anyway, today is Saturday. Depending on when you watch this video, today is Saturday. Hope you had a great Saturday. You know, it's afternoon time, towards the evening. But I came out here to do a little walking. As you can see, I'm kind of sweaty. But yeah, this morning, you know, like usually, no matter where you are on Saturday, you know, Jehovah's Witness come, whether you're at home or you're out and about at the stores or whatever, they come and fellowship with you, right? So this morning I was talking to a gentleman. I didn't know this guy. Just going inside the store, and we just started talking, you know, sharing and stuff. And so I don't know how we got onto the topic of Christianity. And he was telling me that a lot of these churches that don't help you. They don't help you. Don't do nothing for you. You can ask for stuff, and they won't help you, and they won't do nothing for you, right? So that's one of the reasons why he don't go to church. And so I said, you know, because you know I've been dealing with a lot of stuff lately, and I know that's not the case. You know, there are some churches that are bad, some pastors that are bad, but there are some pastors that are good and some churches that are good. So I told him that. I said that. Hold on, let me go for this. I don't know what this is. Hold on a second. Let me pause. Hold on. So yeah, that squirrel was rocking and rolling. So anyway, yeah, you know, so he was saying that you know, they don't do anything for you, right? And so I said, yeah, you know, but there are some good churches. These kids here, but you know, it's a park. But yeah, you were saying that you know that and I said, well, yeah, there are some good ones. And so no more than, I don't know, I'd say maybe 15, 20 minutes. Some Jehovah's Witness came, and they started sharing. He was kind of rude, but you know, and she was asking me. Because the title, if I got it in my pocket, let me not lie. I saved it. Where is it? Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. So yeah, here it is. I found it. So see, it says an interwar how, and so you can see the lady, and then you can see it on the back. And I read a little bit of it so far. I haven't read a lot, but see it. But anyway. And so she asked me and him. He gave it back. To her, told her he didn't need it because I told you before that, you know, what he said. But you know, but anyway, towards the end he was fine. But so she asked us that we believe that it was a spiritual war. No, she asked me there was a war going on. I said yes, I believe it's a spiritual war going on. She asked me why. And I told her you can look around, and not only that, I know for a fact that it is. You know, a lot of times we can look at something good that happens, and say the God did it. But when something bad happens, we don't say nothing about the Spirit did it, or you know. But sometimes I was thinking about the song. When I was coming here, I was walking around here. I was thinking about the song. I'm a soldier. I don't know if you might know it. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. And you used to sing that in the old time churches. They used to sing it, and I haven't heard it in a while. I haven't been to church in a while, but when I did go, I hadn't heard it in a while. But yeah, it's an old time song I used to sing. And you know, are you a soldier? Because you know, a lot of times things happen. You want to call it universe, karma, bad energy, whatever you want to call it, comes your way. Do you have the spirit, and do you have the armor to fight it off? You know what I mean? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But hold on a second. Hold on one time. Hold on. So yeah, You know, I was trying to wait for that pain to pass by. So yeah, but then the guy, the name was Raul. Raul said that you know, he asked him. He said, "Well," he said, "I'm hungry." He said, "I'm hungry," and I said, "He said he's hungry too." I said, "You can speak for yourself." I said, "You hungry?" I said, "No, I'm not hungry." And he said, "Can you buy me something to eat?" She said, "Yeah, I can." He said, "Come in the store, I'll buy you whatever you want." So he said, come on, Guns Tip, come on in the store, and I'll buy you something too." I'm like, "No, I'm good." I said, and you know, they walked in the store, and I just kind of like burst into tears, because you know, I knew that was a message that had been sent. It was divine that the ladies came, and because they could have came, they could have stood in front of the store, but they came to where we were and spoke to us, mainly me. She came to me and spoke to me. He asked her, why'd you go to him? Why you didn't come to me too? So, well, let me get to you. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. Let me talk to him. And so I think that was a divine message sent to me, and well, to us, because he also, after she went in and bought him the food, she bought me. Said, "Well, I got you." She said, "I got you 2 things of water." You said you didn't want one thing, but I got you some water. So I told her thank you, and I appreciated that. And she left. She said goodbye. And so I just wanted to say, you know, a lot of times, you know, I know I've done it before too. You know, we don't answer the door. We don't answer the door. We don't want to talk to them. You know, but anytime, if you believe, or even if you don't believe, if you believe in good energy and bad energy, whatever you believe in, if somebody takes some time out of their day, because it could be anywhere. Hold on. Yeah, so they could have been anywhere, doing anything, but they decided to come out and witness to people and regardless of what they believe. You know, the world is too vast of a place, too big of a place for one person to have it all right. So that's just my thought. You can think how you want to think, believe what you want to believe, but that's just my thought. You know, in my opinion. And a message is a message, and they took time out of their day. Is my point. They took time out of their day to come to witness to us and to share with us, and God bless them for it. So I said that to say, man, you know, maybe next time you see a Jehovah's Witness and they want to witness to you or to talk to you, maybe give them a break and just listen. Maybe don't shoot the message. It could be a message for you. Anybody can bring you a message, whether you want to hear it or not. Anybody can bring you a message. It's up to you to decide, to discern from it, and to know what the message is, and if it's coming from God or not. Especially if you've been praying for something, and then somebody sends you a message, and then you ignore it. I'm gonna leave you with this. It's a story where Raul told me that. Right after that, he told me this story. Right after that, he was saying that you know, this guy maybe heard the story before. If you heard the story before, you're like, yeah, I remember that story. But if you haven't, then it's a new story for you to hear. But anyway, it was this guy. He was on a boat. Maybe I'm getting it wrong, but I got pieces. But you get the message at the end of the story. But anyway, it was this guy. He was on a boat, and the boat tipped over. And you know, the water was coming. The water was coming up, and the water was coming up kind of high. And he said, you know, I'm waiting for God to save me. People came by. Somebody came by in the boat. Said, "Come on, get in the boat." They threw him a life preserver. Said, "Come on, get in the boat with us. You know, the water's getting kind of high." He said, "No, I'm waiting for God to save me." And so, you know, they went off and left him. Then the water started getting a little higher. So a bigger boat came. Said, "Hey, man, you know, the water's getting kind of high. Come on, get in the boat with us." And so he said, "No. He said, I'm waiting for God to save me." So finally, the water got almost to his head, and another plane came, and the plane threw the rope down and said, "Hey, come on, get the rope so we can tie it around yourself so you can come, so we can save you." He said, "No, I'm waiting for God to save you. I'm waiting for God to save me." And so finally, the water went above his head, and he drowned. And he went to heaven, and he said, "God," he said, "I'm waiting for you to save me. Why didn't you come save me?" He said, "Well, I sent you 3 people to save you, but you just didn't listen to them." So sometimes messages could come to you. It's up to you to hear it and listen to it and to take heed to it. So, like I said, if you see him, what's the thing? If you see him, I plan on reading it, even though I'm not putting good stuff in here. You can use your own discernment. Use your own Bible. You know, another thing she told me too, she said, She said it's a website you can go on. You can go on the website. You put anything in the website. But she said something to me that made me I want to share that with you too. She said she asked me, do I want a free Bible? And I said no. And for those that remember, I said I threw the Bible away, and that's another story for another day. But she said I said I have a Bible. She said, well, it's one thing to have a Bible, another thing to open it and read it, and I put those words into action. So that's another message. And she also said that don't be so sad with what you lost, but be happy with what you gained. So, and be humble. So those are things that I got from today. And God bless those ladies. Can't recall their names, but God bless them. And like I said earlier, next time you see the Jehovah's Witness, take some time out to listen, because they're taking time out of their day to come spread God's message. Be safe, be blessed. Tell somebody love, you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss someone you love. You never know when you kiss them again. Y'all be safe, be blessed. I'm out. Peace.